Hello, welcome to my channel and another riveting episode. Do you fear death, or is it the suffering before it that scares you the most? What if I told you that suffering before death isn't necessary at all, but something we've unknowingly created? In this video, I'll show you how you can shift your perspective, ease your fears, and even create a graceful, peaceful transition when the time comes for you and your loved ones. Let's talk about a new way to approach life and death. Hi, I'm Rajshree, a former freelance investment banking IT professional. I'm an international best-selling author of Holistic Healing, Transforming Through Grief, Loss and Trauma to Creating a Life You Love Living. I'm also a transformational life coach. I help people elevate their consciousness and create a life they love living with confidence and self-empowerment, especially after life-changing events. Before we dive in, remember to subscribe, like, and leave a positive comment. So let's get started. One of the worst things we experience is the death of loved ones. Seeing someone you love suffer is unbearable. But have you ever wondered why people have to suffer before they die? Have you wished that there was an easier way, a better way? Dis-ease is the opposite of ease. I wish that people that wanted to transition could do it without suffering. I was angry at the universe about how this was all set up. But after listening to Abraham Hicks and hearing them say that humans have created illness because they won't let go of this life experience easily, I found some relief. They elaborated on the reasons why. For example, we play to others' needs and approval rather than connecting to the wholeness of who we are. So even if we wanted to go, those around us wouldn't be happy to see us go. So we create the excuse, like disease, to have others accept our decision. We're basically clinging onto only a part of who we are rather than tuning into the whole of who we are. I used to think that I learned so much and have done so much. Whatever is planned for me, I'd like to do it here and now rather than start all over again. But Abraham Hicks explained, our higher self has another plan for us, and when it decides it's got everything it needs from this life experience, it will move on to other things. It has a bigger picture than we do. There are many who don't wake up the next day and simply transition in their sleep. That would be my preference for myself. As AB says, every death is a suicide. We decide, not consciously perhaps, but unconsciously when we go. There is a bigger picture which our conscious mind is just not aware of. It is a human condition to fear death and make every death a wrong thing, when it's the most inevitable thing that will happen to each and every one of us. If we believe that we have to suffer, then it's understandable why we fear it. But if we understand that how we transition is a choice, this may not be easy to hear, but think about it. The more resistant you are to your natural state of being, the less energy you have. It's like an electric current running through your body. The less you allow by being resistant to the natural flow, the weaker you'll feel, to the point that life can no longer be sustained unless you start to reconnect to your higher self, which is your power source. I've talked about resistance and energy flow in previous videos, and I will go deeper into the subject in future videos. We choose our vibration by the thoughts we think, our emotions, and the beliefs we hold. When you start to change that and work on allowing more energy to flow through your body unencumbered by resistance, the better you'll feel. One method that can really help is meditation. Many holistic doctors recommend meditation. When your mind is quiet, you'll have less resistant thoughts, because a lot of thoughts are mostly resistant. This will give you some relief and allow your body to naturally flow more energy, which aids in the healing process. This is not a prescription, nor am I saying do not listen to your doctors or take medication. Make the best decision for yourself. I often wondered, wouldn't it be better if we could just have a conversation with those ready to leave and have time to spend together so as to help us come to terms with their decision and watch them leave their body gracefully and have the body transform back into energy? basically have some notice and time to come to terms with their higher self's decision and instructions on how to reconnect with them when they're in their non-physical state, like a phone number, although it would be a frequency that we would have to tune into ourselves in order to communicate. They won't be missing us because we're an extension of non-physical. We're also there and here in our physical bodies. So our non-physical counterparts can communicate, but our physical part has to tune into the right frequency to do so. A few months after these thoughts, I listened to a Bashar video and he confirmed what I had imagined would be a better way to transition. That being, when we decide to leave our body, we just step out of our body and that body transforms back into energy and we are once again fully non-physical. I also read that in his book. The more we awaken to our true selves, the closer that time when transition is not such a traumatic experience for all involved will become. Let's make it easier for us all by awakening to the wholeness of who we really are. I've added a link to the Abraham Hicks video so you can also listen to what they have to say. If this resonates with you, be sure to subscribe, like, and leave a positive comment.